Rewriting the rules. Welcome to the Game Changers Talk Show. It's RUKE and several other characters, sometimes called friends, are gonna take you on an epic adventure of business insights and office mischief. Play along as we win the game of business. Let's play.
Happy scale day. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? All right, so we have had a fantastic week of Desire Speak. Learning on how to speak in the way our perfect prospects speak, so that they look at us and go, you get me. That's the whole point of this. You get me. And so when we speak about it that way, they go, you get me. And we talk about the results, they go, I want that. That's the whole point of this. You know, one of the things that I saw, what we're going to talk about today is what is working so you can do more. It's scale day. So what is working, so how can you use it more? So we are going to talk about how to take the Desire Speak. We kind of just defined what they were on the marketing show two episodes ago. Yesterday, we talked about how to use the Desire Speak in your sales pitch. So cool. And today, we're going to talk about how to go beyond that. How can we really leverage within our promotions and our content? And where can we kind of hint to where we're going? But how can we take the Desire Speaks and really put it out there so that people, quite frankly, so that your marketing sells for you, your branding more. Who's ever heard, listen, I can tell you this because this always frustrates me. Who's ever heard that your branding can actually sell? Yeah, no one teaches that. No one right. I don't even look at some branding experts like Bill, right? Bill, no one. First of all, your branding, when you're doing the branding of the food, it absolutely sells. I mean, so you're a practitioner that makes it happen. But not many people identify that your branding can actually sell. And part of this, and I'm going to be honest, and part of that is, and also a lot of people say your marketing doesn't sell. I mean, that's a huge one. It's just getting the reach and getting the impressions and just getting the word out there. And the brand is just like becoming known and all that. But no, your branding and marketing absolutely should drive customers ready to buy, which is selling. And when you use this Desire Speak on that front end, you are letting your marketing and branding sell for you. And then you just show up as the truth in it. And that's why it needs to be such unique, real, authentic relationships or language, so that you can just show up and they go, I trust, I really want to get to know you, and I want to do business with you. I'll give my little triangle for that. So one of the things that I read, and I'm going to give this person a response, on the air, is Deronda. She's not going to come on camera, but Deronda, thank you for your email. I wanted to say I love what you wrote, and what she wrote was, and I guess I want to hear. I'm going to read it. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Let me see if I can. I know how to pull it up. I know how to make it happen. All right, we go boom, 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 and all right. What she wrote was, this is kind of her playing with her language, right? I'm here to help you break through any fears or doubts that hold you back from speaking up. I do this by guiding you to what you say and love how you say it. Isn't that amazing? And what, and I'm gonna read more of it because it's beautiful. You will experience how easy it is to speak with confidence when you know your message and the power of your voice. Is that not incredible marketing language? So, Duranda, take all the compliments I can give you, right? That's so important. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is as I was listening to it, I kind of got into the mindset of something that I think I want us to be cognizant of when we are networking and saying these things to people that we see often, over and over again. If we're speaking to this stuff to other industry professionals that this is kind of the norm, one, we need to tweak it a little bit differently. Right? I'm not telling you to do anything, so just don't come at me like that. What I'm saying though is when we're talking to people who know these things, we got to change it up. But what I want to hear this is I could see just imagining that. Sorry, ChatGPT, piss off with your imagine stuff. But I can imagine that Duranda saying this would say, well, they would know what I'm speaking about. But I'm here to tell you that there's so many people that don't know about speaking, right? We might say, well, everybody knows what I'm doing. Everybody gets what I'm doing. And so what I'm speaking to might be elementary. So when I heard her, I was like, I can see if she said that in a room full of speakers, okay, well, they kind of knew it. So you wouldn't want to say it. But I'm also sitting there going, it's so real and powerful. There's so many people that aren't familiar with the speaking. Like, have you ever met someone, you go, like, you've never heard of networking on Zoom? Have you ever met someone like that? There's so many people that have no idea that you can, like, people come together on a weekly basis like we do and actually network, right? That's like, I never knew this existed. So I share that with you. There's always an audience out there that has to have that simple language. And when you use this simple language, even to those who are around it and know the subject, it makes them super comfortable. Just my thought. I wanted to give some feedback on that. I just think it's amazing. And that's what we're shooting for right now. That's what we're going for. So let's talk about scaling. And the biggest thing about scaling is amplifying success. What is working right now? How can we do more of that? How can we branch it out to other areas so that we're building a business in the right direction? That's what we're going to talk about today. So I want you to reflect upon this last week. You could also go the week before that, obviously, because Desire Speak has been kind of a theme here for the last couple of weeks. And I want you to think about how you've used the Desire Speak. What has the result been from that? What have you seen in yourself? How people are receiving it? How you're showing up? Let me hear it. I want to hear it. So Becca, you're quick to and I love it. So thank you.
Yes, because it was something that you said too about taking it and making sure that we're implementing it in each way. So, like, for example, when I was doing the desired results, I know you were like, hey, what happened to Paul and Peter? And what happened to this person? And it's because I actually kind of forgot who my avatar was for a minute. Or like, so what I have done is I have two avatars. But I've done the desired result for each one. And then created the offer for each one using the desired results in the offerings. And I had a call today that was one of those, hey, it's a collaboration call. I was referred to her from somebody, and she goes, what do you do? And so
reenact this
one. Did.
Oh, what do you do? I didn't look you up, and this is just a random act of networking. Go ahead. Creating business sins over here.
So I did exactly what we've been putting together, but because I wasn't sure though which one she is, because you don't know when you're talking to somebody about finances whether they're doing their own bookkeeping or I actually picked one desired result from each avatar, one as if they were doing their own bookkeeping and one as if they've got this and not robbing Peter to pay Paul, but still don't understand, still need that confidence and financial clarity. And I got done, I could tell which one she was. So then I spoke on two more of those desired results to that avatar, and she goes, I need this. And it turned into a complete sales call. And she goes, but wait, I do want to talk to you again next week to discuss collaboration because what you do would be great for my people, but I need this. I need you. It was great, RUKE. I love you.
No, wrong one. Oh, so why is the fail button there? There we go. You're the. I hit the wrong button. So many ding buttons. Not my fault. Awesome. And okay, so I love this and thank you so much. So here's the power of this. When you have a couple of desire, okay, let's pick on the branding things. The branding things are the words that you stick to, and you never listen. When you're doing brand, you have to have consistency, and branding is a real thing. We do it every day. But when we start using the branding things, with here's my branding catchphrase and my slogan and all that stuff, and I say it, blah blah. Blah. The problem of being locked into it is, and there's a place for it, but when you're using it in conversation, especially within sales and networking, when you start doing those marketing things, you become unreal. The beautiful thing about this as well is when you're doing branding, it should stay consistent. That's why your branding should not show up in these kind of conversations. You should be your brand. That's how it shows up. But you don't speak to that kind of stuff. You don't use that kind of things. So what you did was you had several results on deck that you can pull from. right? And that's what's huge. You identified an avatar that you can play to, what that persona is and what that could be. And you are imagining, by the way, the reason I like personas are really, really good when you're like buying ads and doing targeting things. The other thing it is, and because some people get personas really, really wrong or use it wrong, is that you have to have a picture in your mind so you can find identifiers. And that's what you're doing. You had two people in your mind that you've identified, and you're identifying which one am I talking to right now? Which one am I talking to? And you went fishing with the desired results. Well, you know, so people come to me for this, and you're watching their eyes light up or not. And people come to me for this. Oh, their eyes are lighting up. And then you went, that's them, so keep talking to it. That's a perfect way to use it. You are amazing. So I'm going to give you the proper awesome button. Oh, I cut yours off, too. That's not nice there. I'll bring you right back.
Well, thank you.
Too quick. So I can't pick a better example than that. What do y'all think? How are you using it? Does this make sense? Do you have questions around that? It's a perfect example for the process. We're good? Awesome. All right. So let me hear from someone else. Who's got something for the desire speak that's an aha that is... Oh, how do you... I'm sorry. How about this? Let me get you back. How do we scale this? But I'm going to pull... Whoever's not ready to get on deck here. So I'm going to bring it back up. Bring it back so you're back up. Sorry, okay. I could have warned you better than that. So here's the deal. I appreciate it. All right, so here's what I want you to think about. How do you get more of this? And that's why I really loved what Deronda wrote, because what Deronda wrote was really great marketing language. That could go right in her bio. That could be absolutely in her bio. But now you got some language that you know is converting.
Yes.
Where are you going to use it next?
I think definitely, writing to it. Like the other day when you said picking writing an article to each of those, like there's 6 articles right there I could write, and then like she gave me a new desired result that I can write to that. That was like actually something I hear often. I think it's more active listening and actually realizing what to do with that now.
Yeah, I active listening. I practice that. Sometimes I achieve it. So. I love that, and that is exactly what you do. And what I'm also hearing is when you understand the desired results, it's now on your radar, right? Now that you've said them and you're relating to it, now you're going to hear it. You're going to start picking up from people and understanding that language. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So yes, you have desired results that are converting. You need to write post, short form, long form. I would go way into it. I would do a tip sheet and a formula towards it. This is how you get it. And here's what's beautiful. You learned one thing. I'll take it down for a second because I want everybody to hear this and see this. You learned the most powerful thing in marketing that people miss. They just miss this. You just proved what makes you money. Right? You just proved a marketing language that makes you money. So you pour a ton of stuff into it. A ton. Content, post. I would do a workshop on it because you prove it with money. So many people are just shooting everywhere with their marketing. Well, it's getting some likes, it's getting this, but what's converting? And by doing it that way, paying attention to your pitch, you just wove it perfectly. So good, so good.
Good idea. Thank you.
Yep. Oh, Bill, love to hear it. Let's talk about Mr. My fellow brander.
So I want to add on to what you just said, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So one of the things that anybody can do now, because we all have Zoom and the capability of recording videos, is you should extrapolate those out into short form video content.
Yeah.
Because people watch videos. You could put it in a post, but who's like the videos convert more than that. So, and what the videos do is they introduce your personality to people so that they're kind of pre-sold. So by the time you get on the call, you've already answered a lot of their questions, and it's more like, well, when do you want to start? Because you've already kind of separated the wheat from the chaff, and people who are going to take that next step already know who you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Thank you. I don't think I mentioned videos. You're right. I would tell you that there are great ones to do shorts with that. I would also do one that's really authentic. Like, hey, I have a client who came to me asking for this, and I was like, wow. And I think y'all might want to know this too. So let me tell you how to just go right into the teaching. People, because at that point it's more like the curiosity kind of a thing. Like someone asks you a question, it's a good question, and I want to share it with you. That scenario tells a great story, and that's amazing for the video. So awesome, yeah. All right, who else has put it into practice? What has these desires results done for you this week? Whether it be to your thinking, to expanding your imagination, to put it into practice, getting sales. Yeah, let me hear it. Dr. B, are you trying to talk?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
All right, hold on. Let me get you up here. Talk to me.
All right. Sorry about that. It definitely made me think about this simplifying things and stop trying to sound so technical and the way that other people train you to talk. And it got me out of that. It just made it just talk to people like people. And when it did, I actually was on a Zoom earlier today, and someone asked me what I do, and I used the LinkedIn message you did, and the guy who was hosting it said what Barrett just did there. He took away a lot of the technical words that a lot of people use. He does a lot, but what he did is he made it so other people could understand it. I was like, God, he just used it as an example, and I learned that from RUKE.
Well, first of all, I thank you. That's awesome. But you know what you just did? You just got extra attention. You became the coolest person on Zoom.
Yes, and that person just got to meet with me.
Oh my God, look at that. I love that. See, and here's what's cool about it. You're just being you. You're just being you. And it's so hard. It is so hard to strip away the branding and the fanciness and the marketing because these people have told you this. And God help you if you're using chat. I'm going to pick on robots for a little bit here. Not necessarily. I'm just forewarning you. It might be a week or two going off on this. But they're just stripping away the you. And people fight for that. And people want that. I think that we're in a revolution, and people say this, so I want you to check this. Pro tip. They say that we're in an AI revolution. We're not. Not if you're in business. If you are a coach or consultant service company where people actually deal with you, we're in a human revolution. And the majority of the people are not even stepping into it. So I'm only saying this to you because of this. The AI revolution, I guess, is here. Okay, it's here. Fine, we're having an AI revolution, but it's not the opportunity. The opportunity is to be super real, super you, super human, so you stand out from all the mundane, vanilla, copy-paste, robotic stuff. ChatGPT, you weirdo. I like you, chat. Sometimes. That's what you're doing, Dr. B, and it's amazing. And listen, isn't it easy to have the conversation? It's not fake. You don't have to think about it. You're just, Y'all, seriously, and I'm going to pick on Deronda again. Y'all, you got the y'all out of me on this. So I'm going to pick on this again. If you understand her example, how she took the desires and just wrote towards them into a sentence that is 100% a pitch. That is not a pitch. That is where you go with this. Your content changes. It's the most powerful thing y'all can do. And here's the beautiful thing about it. If you're using it on your website, your landing page, your LinkedIn, your text message, your outreach, all this stuff, your emails, you can control all of it. This is one of the biggest things you can do to control your revenue with your sales by putting this stuff out. And people are going to say, whether they buy from you or not, right there, they're going to enjoy meeting with you. They're going to enjoy your content. They're going to enjoy your marketing. They're going to enjoy your posts. Do you understand that, y'all? That's a real brand, a real lifestyle brand. And every single one of y'all can integrate that right now. No one can stop you. Cool. I'm getting a little preachy today. Patrice. Getting a lot of preachy today. How are you?
Doing really well, and I'm really enjoying it. And just like Dr. B said, that being on the Zoom calls, and it's so much easier when you're just talking and being the authentic you, but you're addressing these desires. And on the couple of calls I went through, it just kind of surprised me, because when you go to the breakout rooms, and then they come back, and people were coming up, like they say, do you want to say anything about, your breakout room or what went on? And people were coming up and said, I love what Patrice is doing. And thank you for inviting someone that was talking about nature. And I was like, whoa, okay, that was fun.
That is awesome.
And got the calls.
And what?
Yeah, I got the calls. Got some calls. Like I'm meeting tomorrow.
Okay, can I change? I love you. Can I change? Hold on. Got some calls. You got some leads.
Leads.
There we go.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Right. Okay. All right. I love that. You're amazing. Good job. Wait. I'm gonna bring you back up here because you deserve. There. I'm gonna give that to you too. All right. So here's the deal. Okay. The reason why I'm saying this. Okay. So there's a balance here, right? We're getting super real with people. We're using real language. We're matching that tone. We're speaking in a way, vernacular, a nuance that they go, oh, you get me. That's super important. But we don't want to fall into that too much to not know, hey, this is a pitch. That this is selling. I mean, you're selling people. You're just choosing to do it real, authentic, with credibility, authenticity, and with trust and power of you. That's different. You're not being slick, slimy, gross. You're not being a slickster or a trickster. The reason why I identified it's a sales call because the goal of those calls are for you to get sales. And when you say words like, in the business context, which we are here, when you say, and I got a couple calls, no, you got a couple leads that you scheduled appointments. So you have prospects right now. These are prospects who are interested in what you do, Patrice, who are going to be very highly likely wanting to buy this. Understand? Okay. And what you did by being you was you sparked, and I want y'all to hear this, genuine curiosity. They're like, yeah, I want to meet with you. Do you recognize that, Patrice? I'm picking on you, but I'm bringing you back. I'm picking on you, but I'm honing in on you on this. Do you understand? Because I want you to recognize, you're muted, but I want you to recognize the power of what you did. Because as I've seen you, even over the last couple of weeks, how you've spoken about this has been dialing in more and more and more. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to... Yes.
The interactions.
Right, and I want you to
can
feel
feel
this, but I want you to feel it this way. You're showing up in a way with language that is selling people, that are inspiring people to go, I want to learn more about what you actually do. Do you see that?
Yeah.
And that is that different in your life?
In the back of my mind, because I know I often waste some of the leads coming in, but I've got this specific purpose behind these calls with these people. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
And is that a significant shift in your life?
it is. I've had it at times before, but I've slipped. But this is like a different wholer scenario.
Right, because because it's virtual, it's Zoom, it's other entrepreneurs. It's not at a farmer's market. It's not over here, over there. I get those. It's not a homeschool group. Those things I get those, right? But you're getting this in a bigger, wider arena now.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's a significant shift. Now, can you imagine? If you're getting strangers-esque that are interested in now what you do, right, who weren't before, and they're not necessarily a homeschool market, anything like that. Imagine when you take this to that.
Yeah.
When you take it to your farmers market, when you take it to the homeschool groups, the educators, that's amazing. That's why I want you to recognize that. I want you to own that. Cool?
Great. Thank you very much.
Awesome. So cool. All right. Who else needs me to brag about you? Who else has let me hear some more good things with the design results. How are you using it? How's the shift? What kind of aha moments are you getting? Oh, Patrice, by the way, hold on. How do you scale? I just got lost in what we were talking about. So, I know we've looked at your website. This needs to change everything you're doing for the platform. It's got to change your website. I want you to take what you said that got but again, you're proving with your marketing, which is what you said, meaning your spiel that you said in the breakout rooms that inspired them. You need to adapt that to your platforms. You need to write more to it. Obviously, it's the content, same thing. I'm going to be very repetitive today about this. But I want you to look at that and go, okay, this worked. That's what I want you to identify. This worked. Now I need to amplify it.
That's what my focus has been. And I also had a photo shoot with Bonnie, so I can up my
I love Bonnie.
photos and
Good job.
my Zoom setting. That's thanks to Bonnie Dixon.
That's awesome. I love Bonnie.
Yeah, she's terrific.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, thank you. We have my buddy, Paul. What do you have for me today?
I wasn't ready yesterday, so I went to ChatGPT and I played with it, and I want you to know it was an eye-opener. I put it into chat. For you. It's a little long still, it has to be summarized, but all of you take a look at it, and what you'll see, you'll see Paul without the Hypno Geek. And the cool part of it,
Hold on. I'm going to do this. I have to do this because you did this to yourself. All right. He says long.
And that's cut down from 6 versions.
All right, here's the long. I'm just for all the friends at home, you deserve this of what we're looking at. Well, but wait. Why could you not, real quick? Why could you not? Jeez, I love you. Why could you not just before you? Why couldn't you just put in chat real quick and say make this shorter?
I did, and this is after 5 iterations. Mind you, it's got like 6 bullet points when we only asked for 3. So
okay. Well, hold on. Let me stop. Tech talk, real quick. Okay. So I'm going to bring this out so everybody sees this. Okay. So this is good. You got it. But here's some things that I use, and I think I've said it, but I want you to use this. The reason why I asked for 6 or 7 is I want to see what it does beyond what I'm telling it to do, to see if it has any good ideas. And then I put back in to refine the top 3 that I like. And I might combine 1 or 2. So pick your top 3, right? And then tell chat and I'm serious, chat, this is what I came up with, and I love it. And if you want to be snarky to it, and you help me, thank you. That's my snarky, because sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I want you to keep my voice, my tone, this framework. Don't change any of my unique special words. And I want you to make this 2/3 shorter. And see what it comes up with. And make sure it doesn't vanilla it up for you, okay? Yeah, I want you to have that command, because that's how you get from this to this, retaining who you are and what you like about it. Cool? What else you know?
The good news is it's light years ahead of where I was.
Yeah.
And now I need to hone it. Thank you.
Well, keep talking more though. What's your favorite part of it? I love not to hypno speak. That's so amazing. What else?
what's interesting is it actually brought up interesting things, angles that I hadn't thought of when I do my stuff. So that's why I'm taking a real quick look at the sixth in here for the workshop potential. Join our workshop and experience these powerful results. I'm not going to read it all, but just the headlines, because they're all good. Emotional resilience, improved well-being, greater self-confidence, feel stronger and more balanced, boost your overall well-being, and grow your confidence. I mean, these are all awesome.
So let me say, I think some of them are really, really good. I think some of them are very plain. I just want to give you that warning. Okay.
Yeah.
But what this is though is, and I'll be honest, I want to be careful on this because I don't want to lose the power of Paul in it. Right? Some of it feels very vanilla compared to your personality because you have a very dynamic, outgoing personality. I love the fact that it opens your mind to go, okay, that's not the hypno geek stuff. That's more plain language. Go deeper. I'm telling you, go deeper. You're on a great path. And by the way, this is why you take the best ideas and limit it to 3, because you can focus it and yourself on those 3 to make it super human, not superhuman, but superhuman.
You know what the clincher for it all? What were your words that you gave us here? Human, casual, and real.
Yeah.
When I plugged that back in, that's how I got it down to this. So imagine where it was before we got to this.
Yeah, I could. Good point. Good point.
Brooke, thank you.
Give me a little laugh track. That's awesome. Who else has put some of this in? Who else has put this out? What's the aha moments for you? I want to hear some more stories. Talk about how to scale this up. And Paul, obviously, you got to keep working on it and honing it in. But who else is this desire speak done for you? How have you applied it? Because I know you have. You roll the dice. All right, here comes the dice. Hey, Dan, how's it for you?
I will say that one of the and I'm in the process of rolling this out.
I know that's why I'm bringing you up, because you're not 100% comfortable saying it, but I want to hear where it's at.
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty comfortable with the language, and one of the reasons I'm comfortable with it is that these desired results and some of the language that we talked about, this is coming from actual clients. These are people that have been clients. I've had some, one-on-one real conversations with these people, and this is what they bring up. And it is hard to kind of consolidate that into a statement that maybe aggregates that sentiment or the meaning behind all that.
Yeah.
But I will say that there's, one of the ones that you gravitated towards was that I want a plan my team can actually win with. And
That's so real.
I really like that. And I started thinking back on what feedback people have given me after an engagement. And it resonates. I think this is one of the ways that I can test this language is say, okay, can I see this person actually saying this? Those words, my client or potential client, but in this case, clients. And I absolutely think I can.
And what is it? Is that the statement?
Yeah, I think
actually win with.
That actually win with. I think that's.
So right now that resonates. Obviously, I like that, but that resonates with you tremendously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And by the way,
I think it does.
Yeah, and when we go back to the other things like, the cash sprint, when I give you the check off list of what you should do to launch something, when you talk about auditing, you're auditing it right now. This is the audit process, which is amazing. So here's what I would say. If you feel that's the most resonant, obviously use that in your sales language, put that in your marketing, put it forefront. If that's the line, you got to use it, right? Have you put it to a lot of use? Have you had opportunities to put it in use yet?
No, I am not. I'm actually looking at the statement that I had before, You call it the headliner, or LinkedIn calls it the headliner.
Yeah.
And I had said I'm helping owners achieve freedom through their business. I do think, going back to an earlier conversation, that freedom aspect is important to the clients. I wouldn't have stated it that way, but one thing that I've recently, with your help, I think done a better job of is getting out of my own way and speaking with the customer's language instead of the language I would use.
Right.
Because oftentimes the client is coming to me because in some ways I think differently than they do. And so it's easy to get caught up in saying, well, this is how I would say it, this is how it would make sense to me, but it doesn't make sense to them. And I think that's the power of this, is putting it in their voice.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question though. I think the freedom is there. What's your headline right now for LinkedIn?
I can tell you what it is right now. I'm going to be changing it. But the headline that I plan on rolling out based on our conversations is, I'm helping owners achieve freedom through their business.
Okay. I don't mind that. Okay. But I want y'all to check this. Okay. So Dan's just gonna get lovely with me. So y'all understand this is part of you owning it. And let me also say this: what people think branding is, I'm gonna pick up branding again, is that like, let's do the branding session, boom, locked in stone, we're done and go. It's not. The definition of branding is the activity of marketing. I say branding is also an experience. That's my RUKEism, but it's the activity of marketing. So as you're developing your brand, your first phrase is great. I would also highly consider designing a plan your team can actually win with. I don't know where you use it, but that is a phrase that should show up somewhere. And I'd be interested in what it looks like on your LinkedIn. Yeah. And business freedom is possible, or or is real, or something like that. Because I know you want to get freedom, and I don't want you to just go, freedom is real. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, freedom through business is real. Maybe that's it. Play with it. But I'm interested with the designing a plan your team can actually win with, because it resonates so well with you, and you're validating that your audience would resonate with it. That's my point, Dan. So if you think that, then dang it, we got to use it. Right? I like the other stuff. I think it's a little more clever, and you know how I feel clever. You got to be careful with the clever. But if they resonate with it, that should make you more money. Now, here's the other thing, though, okay? I would also like you to write, because I think that some business owners look positive, some look at pessimistic perspective. Big word of the day for me. Why? The 7 top reasons why your team can't win with plans. Or, you know what I'm saying? Design plans that your team can win with. Give me the opposite. Why teams don't win with their strategic plan. Or the challenges of a team winning with a strategic plan. So you're preaching. Or the best ways. Give me 7 reasons how your team can win with a strategic plan. There's emotions that we can pack in this, that reality triggers with them, that they're going to go, yes, I love this, and I get it. Make sense? Okay. Cool. That is awesome. That's awesome. Who else wants to share their thoughts, where they are with their desire speak? Can we roll the dice? All right. So I'm going to say Lucky. I'm going to pick on Lucky. Lucky, your desire speak. Where you at? Because we heard it yesterday. I picked on you. I still love you.
Okay, hang on. I'll tell you my desires
Right.
speak.
Come be an example for us.
And it doesn't include the word army.
Oh, it doesn't. Well, listen, that's up to you, man. I you know what I mean? You got your thing.
All right. So my desired speak is we'll make sure your courses sell because we have have dedicated promoters who love selling courses. We'll get your message out globally and automatically translate it into almost any native language. And we'll introduce you to new markets who want to buy your main services.
I love that. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Well, first of all, email or text me that. I don't know if you gave that to me as my homework or not. You did not.
Okay.
Give me that. Give me that. And Chris, I'm looking at Chris here. Chris, you're kind of tweaking yours, and I know that you work with with the same brand. Do you mind sharing yours with Lucky? Because I think there's some nuances he can change, but the essence of it I think is good. Is that okay? Christine Quinn? Yeah. Okay. Because I think that's fantastic. And I know, Christine, that you're saying that I want to make it more me. Totally get it. This has to resonate with you, right? I mean, no matter what, you have to be able to say this. No matter how I say it, you got to own these words. If you don't mind, share them with me and Lucky. If you can email them to me and Lucky, I would appreciate that. Because I think there's some really good things there that I'm going to tweak for Lucky, but I think there's some points that I know we did that were powerful. Is that cool?
Awesome.
Appreciate it. All right. So who else wants to talk a little bit about where they are with their power words, their desired results? Desire speak. Ah, yes.
Let's go.
Let's go. Come on, Dennis. What's up, buddy?
What? Yesterday, it was, we were looking yesterday, and one of the things, I speak in the world of jargon because of my industry. And what would it look like if I took the jargon out of my speaking and just talked to people and just was a common language? And that made a big difference because then it's not, because when you're in the world of jargon, you only talk to the people that are in your industry and they only know what you're talking about. But if you take all that out, you can kind of just get into everyday language, just be related to people, and that you're just building that relationship with them. It's a game changer. So it's great because now I can have a conversation with anybody, anywhere, anytime. And that person, maybe they're not in my industry, but they may know somebody who is, and they can lead me to them. And it's great. So that's what I've kind of taken my takeaway.
Yeah, I love that. So one of the things that I look at this, thank you very much, because you inspired me here. So one of the challenges that we have is when we start doing the jargon thing. I love the word jargon. I think that's actually I have that in my stuff. The actual word jargon and the instructions. When we have industry jargon talking to someone like that. Okay. All right. Hold on. I'm trying. How do I frame this in a pro tip? Because it is one. All right. Here we go. Pro tip. All right. This is why you don't use industry jargon, big words, fancy things, high brand stuff, marketing stuff, language. You got to make it real. We're talking about desired results here in common language, how our audience wants it. Because what happens is when you speak, people are going to want to meet you where you're at. So think about this. When we're talking up here, whoever you're talking to, they're going to try to talk to you up here as well. And if it's two professionals talking, first of all, what a boring conversation it's going to make. But y'all been stuck in that, and y'all do that. Like, okay, let me see if I can outword this or outsmart this, and maybe seriously, it gets to that level. But when you talk down here to real, what you're doing, if they're up here, you're going to bring them down to a real conversation. And I'm not talking dummy down. This is not a smart thing. It is the ego, the barriers, the barriers of I don't know if I trust you and who's selling who and all that kind of stuff. Bring it down here so that you can actually have a real conversation, a grounded conversation. That's also why you do this, so you can connect. Thank you, Dennis. That's the point. Or a point, to the points of many points. But that's powerfully why this works so well. Because we always want people to open up. You just don't have a real conversation. But when we started out with the buzzwords and the big words and the super professional, people are going to naturally echo right back to you on that. Never saw it that way before. Thank you. I've acted that way before, but never saw it that way. All right. So who else? Let me hear about how the desired result is making you feel. What's the inside thing? So we can all kind of grow here. Obviously, the scale, put it through all your marketing, all that good stuff. But all right, Bill.
So I've been tweaking all the stuff that we've been working on, and I put it up in the chat.
Okay.
And I basically just wanted to kind of take it down to the point where I want people to understand that I understand what they need and how to make it real for them.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously this can get shortened a bit, but I'm thinking of putting this on my website. And I just want to make sure that I think this kind of speaks to what most people desire from when working with food photography.
Yeah, but what food photography in your industry? I don't know if I want to say let's be real. I don't want to say let's be real. Hold on. I want the attitude. I just don't want to say the words because when we say that, that's a bad that is a negative polarizing statement. It always is because it's saying we're not being real. So, but great food photography is more than just looking good. It's about making people hungry in an instant. What food photographer would say that the photography is supposed to make people hungry in an instant? Have you ever seen that? I've never seen that. No. That's ridiculously powerful. Yeah, that's what I'm bringing up. Let me kind of get this off your head. I don't mind covering myself up. When your food jumps off the screen, it makes customers crave what you have. I can keep going, but like I said, you're an amazing brander. That's in it. My goal and all that, I would change the little nuances. But what this is powerful brand marketing language that's real. It's real. And so thank you. I appreciate that. Great stuff. Did you have a question or thought beyond that, besides me bragging about you?
No, I just maybe we can just tweak that a little bit. But that's the sentiment that I want to get. So the 3 points are the food has to look good so people want to eat it. And I think that food photography has gotten away from that with these overhead shots with 400 things in the picture that became popularized by the iPhone. And these were, kids doing Instagram stuff. But commercially, like I look at a lot of food pictures and I don't understand why anyone would want to eat that. So like my goal there is to like sort of get people to understand that should be the goal. The second thing is, I have experience and I haven't been doing this for 10 minutes. I have, more than 100,000 hours into this career, and basically, I have a picture of anything, I've shot everything pretty much. And then the last thing is, I know that it's expensive, but I want people to understand that, I will go the extra mile for them to make it right.
Yeah. So here's what I would do. Let me take it off for a second. Okay, so let me do this, okay? Because because I want to do a quick thing for it, right? Because I love the passion. It feels like it's a personal proclamation where I want to make it more different. All right, so hold on one second. All right, I'm gonna play with chat right now. What's up, chat? Oh wait, that started recording it. What's up, chat? Period. This is some writing that I did that I feel is a personal proclamation. Period. I love it. Period. I think it really shows my passion. I want to use it on my website, so therefore the tone from I needs to change, and I need it to be more of a belief in our standards. So instead of an inward looking, it's feeling more of an outward statement. Period. So can you reframe this for me, comma, do not change my tone, comma, my voice, comma, the framework, comma, and the passion that I have here, period. I don't want it to feel marketing. I want it to feel very human and authentic and real.
You're very nice to that chat.
You guys say please. Please.
Say what?
You guys say please.
I didn't say please.
Pretty pleased with the cherry.
No. That is a food joke. All right. So my point is it's doing okay, but it's really doing it. Wake up. I don't like using the word I so much. You didn't listen. Please don't be stupid with me right now. I'm in front of my friends. I'm on a live show, so you're embarrassing me. So stop it. Talking to chat for everybody on the world there.
Should we make it a we?
No.
Because then that includes. It's not just
make it more of what it needs to be instead of I know food, comma, I know lighting, comma, something that food, the lighting are important. That kind of reframing. I want this to be something that people go, I subscribe to that as well. Therefore, it can't focus on me.
So what if it took some sort of a tone about the art of photography is it's so when I first started taking pictures many years ago, there was a craftsmanship to it that was not easily obtained. You had to shoot film. It was very, very hard to shoot film. It was very hard to light, and because you didn't know what you were getting, and you had to figure it out in your brain before you did it. And the only way you do that was through experience. But now the craftsman, for me, I think the craftsmanship has gone out of photography.
It is
because it's so easy to do now.
Yeah. So let me hit this. First, I want to explain to everybody at home, because I know you game changers know what I'm doing. I talk to my computer. It's voice activated, so you heard some of those commands. And I've been talking to chat as well, rewriting the stuff for my buddy Bill. Yeah, I get it, Bill. Here's I put this in chat. Here's let me show you kind of where I went with this, okay?
Okay.
I did not tell it to go shorter. Great food photography goes beyond the aesthetics. It's about creating an instant craving. When food jumps off the screen, it sparks a hunger that's impossible to ignore. See where that's going?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Then let me go to where you were kind of talking about your beliefs even more. Food, lighting, and presentation, these are essential. Let's go to the other one, which was another I. Every photo should not only capture the beauty of a dish, but drive real results. Okay, so you can say from this, and this is why I wanted to reframe it. Yours was full of I. And y'all, this is why you don't want to use I in your marketing.
I got it.
When I'm going I, the opposite of is you. And obviously you don't want to go you in marketing. You know, that's why one of our scripts, one of our great outreach scripts is great photography, a thing for you, right? A thing has no emotional attachment. So you can certainly say on top of this, our belief, right? Or you can even say, we see photography as a craft. What you just said. You can open with that statement and then back this up, and others can go, I believe it too. This is why you don't want to say I, or you. So you say I, you're separating yourself from them. Well, that's what Bill believes. But when you say it should be this, I can then elect myself to go, I believe the same. Make sense? That's why I wanted to reframe. Now listen, y'all, there's a difference on how we write our content versus how we edit it versus how we put it out there. So Bill wrote it from an I perspective. Don't think about changing it while you write it. Write it the way you write it. If you get like that, I, great, say it. Then you can always, and this is a great reason to use chat, you can always have chat reframe it, and then you go, okay, now I can step into that perspective. Don't try to write with all these techniques. Write it the way it's natural to you so it's real, and then edit it to make it so. Good job, Bill. Freaking love it, man. God, it's great stuff, man. You almost made me cuss. I'll just give you the cuss button. We'll be good with that. All right. So who else wants to share their experience with this Desire Speak, your perspective, where you're at with it, how you're put into action, how you're looking to put into action? All right. So we're good on that? Okay. All right. So it is. I do want to do something with y'all. Just want to kind of. No, I'll do that later. All right. Here we go. All right, here. You know what I haven't done? I do want you to pitch me. But we're gonna do this a different. But I don't think you all have ever seen this one. I don't even know if I have any animation to this. Let me see. Game time! Play time! Yeah. All right. So who wants to play? I want to see how you can use your Desire Speaks and a sales process. We started this yesterday. I want to see who can own it. I also get a bonus point for you if you're able to go, this is how I'm going to use it beyond that. Cool? Random acts of networking. What do you do? And I want you to speak and own your words. You guys ready? All right, so let me get my... Where is my dice? So we're going to roll it up. We have 10. Who's 10? 5. Dr. B. Dr. B, jump on here. Calling Dr. B. Dr. B. Dr. B, come on up here. I want you to use, please, sir, your Desire Speak. I'm going to show up in your Zoom. It's a one-on-one, and you're going to, I don't know who you are. I've not done my homework, and you're going to say some cool stuff to make me go, oh, my God, I want that. You get me. Okay? Wait, you got to unmute, though. Are you muted? Yeah, you got to unmute yourself real quick.
Okay. So let me...
All right.
Yeah, let me see what
All right. Ready?
No, but so do I start with my LinkedIn?
No. I'm not going to tell you how. You've been a whole week at this. I'm going to see if you do good. I'm going to see if you get a. So here's the deal. It's for everybody, right? Because I'm gonna pull all you as much as the dice say so. This is not about format right now. Okay? This is about you. Some people are getting nervous. I can see it. This is about you owning the desired results. Right? So this is just how you've shown up in conversations on networking. People go, oh, I'm going to do that. So you can enter. So you had great results this week, right? So repeat that. Let's see it. Let's hear it. Right? Whatever.
Okay. So
Dr. Barrett, huh?
Are you RUKE or are you?
I'll be RUKE. Dr. Barrett Matthews. What are you doing?
Hey, RUKE, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Cool. I wanted to. I'm glad we're getting a chance to talk. I wanted to find out a little bit about you and what you're doing. So can you talk a little bit about?
No, I don't want to do that. Hold on. Here's what I want. I want you, just because you were very specific, I want you to repeat the scenario of where you got, like, people were like, oh yeah, I want to see that.
Okay.
So how do I set you up for that?
What happened? Well, you mean what happened to me earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah. The person, someone was, we were in a networking group, and the lady was like, well, Barrett, I like, because I added a comment. She said, well, I don't know what it is that you do. What do you do?
Well, okay, then play along. Okay, I'll be. Oh, I saw your comment. I don't know what you do. Is that a better setup for you? Is that what we're saying? Sure, that's a better setup here. There we go.
Sure. I'm I'm turning high achieving leaders into industry icons by using media to just blow up their business with media.
Okay.
And I do that by putting them on different platforms and making it so that they become visible and they can be seen everywhere all at once. So they don't have to worry about step by step and having a team do all that stuff. So we do it all for them.
Okay, I like that. And that's what what else? Keep going. Whatever you did.
That's what I did. And she said, "Well, I think I want to talk to you."
Awesome. That's awesome. So I like it. How can that be better? What okay, so hold on. Let's ask this question. I thank you very much. It's awesome. Don't go away. I'm gonna pull you down for a second. Yeah. So, well, first of all, it's awesome because it worked. What were the positive trigger words that y'all feel? Give me some feedback. I want him to have more of an attitude, and I actually want you to have less of an attitude. You got to change your attitude. No. With the words. What were the triggers? What did y'all hear that you went, okay, that resonated? Yeah. Let me get ladies first. Kathy B.
I heard it saved her time. So you were able to do something where she didn't have to worry about all those different places of posting and all that or learning it.
Okay.
You saved her a lot of time.
I dig that. Let me get my sparkles on here. Who else was raised their hand? Oh, yeah, Dennis.
So I heard icon, media, and platforms. Yeah. And all three of those were like, oh, you do that? I want that. So
Yeah. So I'm going to say it this way. I don't want to get to marketing jargon. I don't want to destroy these things, but you are saying some real, the word is real, power words. Not real power word. Not, you get my point. They're real. They're human power words. So I want you to mark down. So icon definitely is one. Time is one. What else? Who else heard? What stuck out to you? I don't know. Patrice, are you speaking? No. Okay. You're just thinking. Got it. Okay. Okay. I'm just telling you what I heard. I liked. I dug blow up your media. Right?
Today. I just changed that today.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm bringing back up. I don't like it. Okay. I just don't think right now that's a good word to be using. Okay. You know, there's got to be something else, and you can't say exposure and all that. We've already had that conversation. It did though make you real. All right. So my whole attitude was you were pitching, and then you just got real with me. This is going to just blow up your media and build. Oh, I think you said business, right? That's where I want. That's where the tweaks. I want more of that attitude.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, it's working. I just want to hone in on what is working so you can do more.
I get it. It makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
Cool. Good job, man.
Nice.
Yeah. So. And coming up, let me see who we got now. We got 19. Oh gosh, I gotta count so much now. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 10. 15. That's Paul. Right? Am I right, Barbara? Am I off? Okay, who cares? That's Paul. Barbara didn't respond fast enough. Your residential accountant in the house.
I can't see your screen well enough to know.
Oh, it's just the same screen you're looking at. But that's okay. Paul, you ready? You're always ready. Let's do this. Let's do this, Paul. Hey, Paul. What do you do?
Hey,
I didn't look you up or anything like that, and I'm doing a random act of networking. What do you do, Paul?
I coach entrepreneurs to harness a more compelling life.
Did you say harness?
Harness.
Yep. Keep going.
Like a horse. I do this by helping them to identify and control their negative energy triggers, by shifting their mindset in the moment to set boundaries on negative people and situations to focus on what they can control and to create a more joyful, meaningful life.
Okay. Let me look at. Let's look at the studio audience. All right, how'd y'all feel? What resonated with y'all?
I was thinking, when Paul had shared in the chat, like some of the headlines for the results he got from ChatGPT, that seemed a little bit more real. I don't know if it's Paul just wasn't. He was still reading it. He wasn't owning it.
100% there. And that's okay. I'm giving Paul some grace today, right? Because he for like yesterday he's like, let me just wrap. And it's awesome. It's great. So okay, what did resonate though? What resonated with you that you're like, oh, okay, that's a good word, or that that felt compelling? What was the positive trigger words in there? Okay. Was it hard to find some? Let's be honest. Paul loves us. We love Paul. Is it hard? It was hard. Okay, I agree. All right, so
It's
Paul.
hard for me to find too.
God, why'd you say it? Why'd you say it, my man? All right, so I actually honestly asked you, did you say the word harness? Because I'm like, what did you just say? I didn't know. So I just want you to know that was a natural response out of me, because I am always like that. But that was me. That's your clue that I immediately look. If we're really pitching that, okay, let me give you some tips on the pitch of this. That was your clue immediately that I am thinking about what you're saying and not listening to what you're saying. Right? And again, I wasn't trying to help you. I was just like generally like, did you just say harness? And you said like a horse, and which distracted me even more. Now I'm visualizing, is he really pitching me harnessing horses? What are we talking about? And then you just kept going on and on and on. So I think you'd be great to, and this, look, you get this stuff. I would pause more, allow me to grab the thoughts. It was a very much run on pitch. It is absolutely better. And it just wasn't you though. It wasn't natural. And so I know that
I was reading it rather than expressing it.
Well, but right. And you can't, and listen to this. This is for sales scripts. Yeah, I think I've rewritten all of y'all sales scripts, which I love doing, by the way. There's also a framework that I give you within that, because you can't ad lib a script unless you know the script, right? So you can't ad lib a script if you're reading it. There we go. That's the words I was looking for. I get it, Paul. Get it. So I would absolutely, if you're going to use chat for this, great. Simpler, your based on your, I love doing this with y'all. I really do. I hope y'all do too. I know you do. I get the emails. So I love, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to take what you have, and I want your prompts to be, make this more casual and simpler words and concepts. That's going to change the trajectory of what you're saying, okay? And hold on to those, because you tend to think that way, which is great. You tend to speak that way. I think that's going to help you see that different skill. Cool?
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. All right, Bill.
So I almost think that people overcomplicate stuff because they're trying to get like their point across.
Yeah.
I almost think that we need to approach everyone as if they have ADD, and they'll just drift off if you don't catch them. Like honestly, because I do have ADD, and when you were talking, my mind went somewhere else.
I did too.
And I apologize for that, but the Adderall hasn't kicked in.
Zero apologies. But let me ask you, Bill. Bill, did you see the horse?
Yes. It's exactly where my mind went. So I didn't hear anything else you said, but I heard that.
You saw a horse. So I get that. And that's why it's important what we're doing here, because we will absolutely take that attention that we have, which is great. We have someone's attention there, and we will just shoot them over here because of the words we're saying. And we're going to try to pull it off. And some people can, some people can't. That's awesome. Yeah. That was awesome.
I mean, I came back in at the end, but like I missed, when my daughter was a kid, she asked me why the Peanuts, adults said wah, 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 wah. And I said, when Mom and I are talking to you, what does it you hear? And she was like 6, and she just went, wah, 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 wah. I was like, that's it.
There you go. There you go. Exactly. But to your point is when people are speaking and we're not listening to them, the reaction, and this is it, and this is what we're trying to avoid, and we're fighting to avoid this. This is not easy. What you want and what you aren't going to get from what was just said was they're going to say this. I don't get them. I don't get them. And worse, he doesn't get me. Right? The whole goal to have the common language within the tone and the attitude that they speak to is so they go, oh, Paul gets me. And part of me, you getting me, Paul, is me getting you, me understanding you. And that's why that's important. Good stuff. Dissecting the heck out of this. Wonderful. All right, let me see the dice. Let's see. Let me get this up here. Ooh, next is going to come up here and play. We got number 10. Have we done 10 before? Who cares? By the way, I've been counting 4 squares instead of 5 squares. I mean, that's why I was kind of making fun of you, Barbara, for not helping me out better. But we have number 10 in the 10 square is Dennis.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's do this. So we are hanging out in a random act of networking. I am a bad networker. I didn't look you up. I know nothing about you because I don't do things properly. And I just like to fill my calendar with just meetings, regardless of who they are and the qualifications. And so I'm coming and going, who are you?
Hey, RUKE, I'm Dennis. So I work in education. Do you have kids?
4.
4? Oh, man. Let's share, brother.
It's easy for me. My wife takes care of it.
Yeah. Good for you. I have 3. I get it. You think about what we want for kids when they're young and they're growing up and all the stuff we do in school. And, I've been in education a long time, and I really found, or at least I think I'm onto, that the idea is that our kids could just be independent and do their thing, work on their own, and really take, that they can own their life. I think that's our big goal in education. And, you're probably, if you kind of look back in your own experience with the kids, I don't know how old they are, but if they're grown, and, just look at what is it that we want for them. And so we found a way to work with young people through test preparation to help them become independent, that they can work on their own, they can become problem solvers. And, test prep gets a bad rap because everybody's like, no, I don't want to do that. But we worked on a program that's fun, it's gamified, and it lets kids really discover things about themselves, and at the same time helps them become really great problem solvers, and at the same time teaches them to be independent so they can work on their own. That's what I do.
Yeah. All right. So let me go to everybody. What's some good trigger words for this? What were some good triggers on that? Wonderful job, Dennis.
I like gamified.
All right, gamified. What else?
Independence.
Right, and Dennis, that's a big word for us right now, right? That's a big shift. Is the independent? See how that resonates?
It's the buzzword, man. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. What else?
But I was completely engaged in what you said, and I listened to every word.
Yeah, I thought it was too long. It could. First of all, I think you did a great job connecting immediately. I thought you were very, very great coming into it. You present well. You present confident. You present super real. And what hooked me in? What hooked me in was when you said, "I believe education should." Right? It was not salesy. Do you understand? He put his belief in there, and it was done in a way that it felt like a genuine belief. And he goes, and we developed this program. So I naturally went to, okay, I'm going to be a buyer. I'm already in. And that was what was beautiful to watch. So I would say the whole speech in the beginning, which I zoned out, I would cut that. Fine, I got kids. Something to frame what you do. I'm in education. I love that. I'm in education. I've been in education. Blah blah blah. Then go right to your belief, and then go back to the end. So if you cut out like that part, it would have been a lot shorter, and it was just so powerful.
Nice.
Super.
Got it, man. That's great.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm doing a presentation tomorrow for school, so I'm using this, brother.
Yeah, you should. You're making me proud. I love that. Thanks. Change those learners. Be independent, so the teachers can do what they want to do. All right. Let me see. Who's up? Good job, y'all. By the way, y'all doing amazing. We got 17. That is 5. Help me, Barbara. And then another 5, and then a 2. That's Marzia, but she's not on camera. Duranda's not. Greg's not here. So let's pick on Christine Skiff, who came in late, going, "What are we doing?" Yes, that is the perfect time when I love bringing her up. Absolutely.
You like picking on me.
I love picking on you. Yes, you've been a part of this. You've been a part of this experimental show thing for a long time.
A very long time.
OG, you and my serious Mommy Big Plans. Let's get it done, Barbara. So, you know me. I'm just random active networking, and I saw you in a Zoom, and I just decided to get you on here because we're going to see how we can help each other, and I have no idea what you do. So what do you do?
I am a publisher, RUKE. How are you? What do you do?
I didn't want to distract. Hi. I play with toys.
You play with toys? That's awesome.
How did you just make me stop? That was amazing. You threw me off. Wait, come on, Barbara. Did you see, what the heck? What did she just do? She just literally just twisted me. I mean, all right.
So you play with toys. That is so cool. What got you interested in toys?
Okay, she's selling me. That's the problem. I didn't expect to be sold. She's selling me. I know her sales techniques, which are amazing. All right, so here's what we're doing. My fault. I brought her up. She's like, okay.
I just asked you why you play with toys.
Right, she's like, what? Yo, you're just bring me up and not give me instructions. Yeah.
That's true.
That's totally different question.
But she's like, okay, you're gonna bring me up on stage and not give me instructions. I'm just gonna do this thing. I'm like thrown off because of that. All right. So what we're doing, Chris, is we're using our desired speak words, or for our desire speak of results. Our desired results our clients want, and we're using that in a way that is part of your pitch in your introduction. So they go, ooh, you get me, and ooh, I want that too. So it's absolutely based on what we've been doing this week on desired results and identifying what do our clients actually really, really want. And how do they say it? How do they say it so that they go, oh, I get that. All right, you good? You ready to do it?
Yes.
Okay, so you're introducing yourself. I'm not. I wasn't prepared. Good job, though. I love that you throw me off like that. Never tell her to do it like be mean either, because like if she tell her to be mean, no, we've made a mistake. Like when I was doing a pitch contest, like, okay, be hard on me, ridiculously cold stone hard. So, all right. Hey, Chris, what do you do?
I'm a publisher. I listen to people's stories, and then I am so excited because I get to help them put those stories out into the world so people can hear them, their voices out there, and then they can make money with those stories.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, what was the buzzwords for you? What stuck out?
Listen to stories.
All right. Barbara, go first.
Listen to stories.
Patrice, go first.
Listen to stories, make money with them, and get them out.
Oh, the chat! Y'all are just jumping on the chat too with this. Okay, Barbara, go. I want to hear the audible. Barbara, what were you saying?
Hey,
thank you, Patrice.
Make money with your stories. That's huge. That's cool.
Of course, the accountant says that. All right. Who else? That's awesome, though.
It got my attention. I like that.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah.
I like her tone and attitude as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? I mean, it was like, it was near perfect. Would y'all agree with that? Okay, but I want you to know something. This is a chick that doesn't like sales.
You have really worked on me for like 10 months. So
well,
I've come a long way.
You have. But what it is, I'm just gonna say, ridiculously natural, super approachable. I mean, very safe conversation. You even said the money word, and it wasn't scary because I don't care where you are. Money is always scary. You know, chat saying, let me see this. Help me tell my story was big. Hear your story to bring it to life. It didn't sound rehearsed. Girl, man, that was. I'll give you a. Boom. That was dynamite. Loved it. Good stuff. All right, Chris comes in. Put her on stage. I'll show you. Raise the bar for everybody. All right, we got 18, so that's one more. So Greg, let me ask you, because she was 17, I think, right? Was she the number 17? So Greg, you want to pitch? I know you're just jumping in. This is kind of like your first. You weren't here all week, which is okay. Do you want to pitch or no? You can pass. Okay, are you about to type me in the answer, Greg? Because that tells me. Oh, so you're cutting it out. Okay, his internet sucks. It's cutting out. I got it. Whether he's using that as an excuse or not, I'm going to let him have it because I gave it to him before he even said anything. All right, so let's go to one. Bill, did you go yet? No, you didn't go. No. Oh, God, I want to hear this.
All right.
Making me hungry. All right, Bill. All right, Bill. So, I jump on anybody's Zoom at any time. That's my job, so I can at least say my KPIs of meetings is through the roof. But my sales suck because I do random acts of networking. Bill, what do you do?
I make food porn. If you've ever walked into McDonald's and you looked at the menu and there's a beautiful picture of a hamburger there, and then you buy that hamburger and you go, what's this? I'm the guy that makes that picture look good so that you want to buy what they're selling.
Okay. I'm conflicted on the P word. I'm not even going to say it. I'm so conflicted on that. The other, that's okay. I can't fire you. See me get like, all right. So, all right. What's
I can say I'm a food photographer. I just did that to be cheeky.
No, I get it. So, no, whatever. If you know your audience, you got to do there. So, what was the positive triggers in that? I do have some action feedback.
I like how he finished with it. I'm the guy.
Yeah, oh my God. He just nailed it. He put the gauntlet down. That's it?
I like the example. I like the example because it kind of narrowed the person into what exactly you do.
Exactly.
Because we've all gone to a restaurant, ordered because of the picture, and got something entirely different.
He literally.
You always get that.
He literally painted a picture with his words for a picture.
Yes.
That was ridiculous. What else was triggering?
I like the food. He got my attention right away with that and cracked me up.
All right. So, okay, maybe it's just me. McDonald's?
Well, the reason I said McDonald's is because the disconnect between the picture and reality is so great that you can see the craftsmanship in the photography.
Okay.
Because when you look at the picture, you're like, wow, that looks great. And then you get the hamburger and it looks like somebody did a push-up on it. So,
Yeah, so I thought that, by the way, I don't eat McDonald's. So I thought that's where you're kind of going. Cause I didn't know, but I also, I'm a marketer. So anyway, remove my background from this. Okay, I get that. I thought, though, that it took you to a lower class photographer because of McDonald's, because they're when you talk about the food chains of scale, but that was just me. Did McDonald's buy
a big client, dude?
Huh?
I would love to shoot for McDonald's. That's a huge client.
All right, then I'm being picky on something that was amazing. I'll take this for me, and I'll give this for you. There you go.
I felt the same way though too when he said McDonald's. That turned me off right away. It was like.
I could say Shake Shack. Is Shake Shack better?
No,
and I don't know that, but
yeah.
Can I give feedback?
A word for it, but
Listen,
yeah.
listen. Yeah, well,
Can I say something?
you gotta work. First of all, that was awesome. You gotta wait your turn, young lady. All
Okay,
right, so.
No, I wanted to say feedback for Bill on that.
Oh,
actually, is what I
okay,
wanted.
go ahead. But you know what? Ironically, I was going to say 16, and I think you're 16, so you're about to get. No, you were, not now. All right, go. Yeah,
It's fine.
of course you get feedback.
So, I was going to say, so it's kind of like in my scenario, the other day when I said teaching people how to do QuickBooks so they know how to download the reports themselves, and you guys are like, who wants to do their own QuickBooks? But the person I got today is a DIY bookkeeper, like doing her own bookkeeper because she's not big enough yet. And so to Bill, maybe he has those two avatars or those different desired results that match those avatars. So maybe, because I'm like that, McDonald's would be a big client, I would appreciate. But maybe he has like a fast food avatar versus somebody who's like a extravagant $50 hamburger shop.
Yeah.
And I'm sure those desired results are different per those avatars.
I work with Michelin chefs, but people don't care about that. I was trying to create the contrast between how good something looks and how bad it is in reality. But I get
perfect example. Yeah, no, I thought that was great.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, just remarkable stuff. All right, so speaking of which, we got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's Barbara. Wait. That's Paul. So we got to go. All right. I'm gonna go to Becca. I mean, because if you want 1-4, which we normally do, that means Becca's got to come up here and pick an avatar and get feedback. Let's do it. Hey, Becca. I just want to make sure we're not missing the sarcasm. You understand you never should do random acts of networking out there in the play world. That's why I'm picking on it. All right, Becca. So I love filling my calendar with all those incredible meetings and meet people to see how I can help lives. And, so I'm possibly about to waste your time because you thought there was something there. What do you do?
Hey, Rook. I'm empowering entrepreneurs with confidence through financial clarity. Over the last 6 years, I've heard so many business owners say that their CPA doesn't talk to them or doesn't get them the reports that they need. And so I help them feel like a grown-up with their money. And I do this by helping DIY bookkeepers show them how to get the reports. And then people who have a bookkeeper, I make sure that they understand the monthly reports.
Okay. All right. Let's hear some feedback. What did y'all think? What was the positive triggers in that? Okay. Was it effective? I like the phrase, feel like growing up with their money.
Yeah, I like that one. And I thought that first of all, I'd like to say that this is a lot better than the one that she did like 2 days ago when I was here.
Okay.
So this is really like, this in the DIY I thought was really good too.
Cool. What, other feedback?
I know it was very clear.
Okay.
Thank you. That's what helped me today was to determine, over the last 6 years of CPA not talking to me and not getting monthly reports, but then I'm also speaking to the DIY bookkeepers and I was able to identify who they are.
I was confused.
What's a DIY bookkeeper?
Exactly.
Doing it yourself.
No, I understand. What is that?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Like, is that a person who owns a business that does their own books?
Yes.
Okay, because now I thought you were talking to DIY bookkeepers. Like I thought that was another thing, like another type of bookkeeper.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm not sure. This is I'm with you on that, Bill. This is my personal thing. I don't like DIY bookkeeper. I mean, because generally DIY. Maybe I'm wrong. I think the DIY world is people who want to do things themselves. Right.
Yeah.
And I know.
So that's.
And I think you're dealing with have to do it themselves.
Yeah.
HDI.
So that's where I got super clear on my pricing now. Like it speaks for itself because I have the DIY, the do-it-yourself bookkeeper who needs this support, or the ones that are ready to delegate but are not getting support.
So, and
but there's so many people doing it themselves because they feel they don't have enough money. They want to be in control. There's so many people that, and the example I used today is they feel so naked coming to me saying, I need help with my books. They literally feel naked when they say that to me.
But Barbara, what do you think on the DIY? DIY, yeah, do it yourself. DIY.
I don't like the term.
Why?
I'd rather basically, because I don't know, people, when I'm talking with someone, DIY is, if they're doing DIY, they don't really want me to interfere. They wouldn't mind me telling them how to do it better.
That's exactly. So that's what I'm doing, is offering that support for them.
Well,
that's the word.
But they self-identify when you say DIY bookkeeper. They know I'm doing it myself.
So
I don't. That's.
I can't
The
argue with
support
this.
word is,
Go ahead, Bill.
the support word is that's a great trigger word.
Right.
I support people who do their own books.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then, because I used to do my books, and I'd rather shave my head with a cheese grater while chewing on tin foil than do that. So, but there are people that do that, and they have to. And I took a course, and this guy was yelling at me because I was on a Mac, and it was like brutal. But if you can demystify books and make it simple for people, that's great. Because like I would have maybe not had such a negative experience.
Here's where
doing your books, and then they can explain it to you, and you have time to grow your business better that way. Anyway.
Well, here's a couple of feedback.
I wanted to do my books.
Yeah, let me give you some feedback here. The challenge I have with DIY is DIYs are usually enthusiasts, and I don't believe, and it sounds like you're catering to people who have to do the books because they're not big enough. Therefore, they're not enthusiasts. Just feedback. Second feedback is, if they're bookkeepers and then adult with their money, that sounded like two different avatars to me. It's one sounded kind of like a semi-professional, the other one just sounded like a consumer. That's just a feedback. Becky, here's the big feedback though, okay? You're making sales, all right? So no matter what we're saying, you're pulling off something there that's making money. So I don't want you to, I'm telling you very serious, I don't want you to go mixing with what's working. That is not what you scale. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so if you're like, thank you all, appreciate it, and I'm telling you stuff. Thank you all, I appreciate it, but it's making me money, keep doing that. You dig?
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, because these are thoughts. Cool.
Yeah. But I do appreciate all you.
Yeah. We know you do. You're a cool person. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Big money, big money, big money, big money. 19. So if that was 17, I know that some people have to go 8, 9, 10. Golly, this math. Come on, Barbara, just help me. Okay, so Patrice, you've gone, right? No. Okay, let's do this. I mean, I know we've talked, but you answered what I was looking for, so thank you. All right, so I am just sitting around, looking at my calendar, going to Zoom people, hitting them up on LinkedIn, going, hey, let's meet, see how we can collaborate, because I don't care. I have all the time in the world and no money because of it. Patrice, what do you do?
Well, I'm bringing life skills in as a necessary means of education, and being in a position where I've been able to see that potential in the kids, nurture it, and watch them blossom. I know as parents, that's something that we really want for our kids, is to see them grow to their full potential. And do you have kids?
Okay, so I would say that a little shorter, especially if you're asking me questions, right? If you're trying to ask me a question, give that question engagement in between the pitch somewhere, in the beginning or in between. But let's go to the studio audience. Studio audience, what was a good trigger of that? Did y'all hear any good triggers in that? Okay, what could be done better then? Okay, you like to watch the blossom, the painting the picture. That was good. Yeah. So how was it overall? Give her some feedback here. Go ahead, Chris.
I think that I love the idea that she puts out of, allowing kids to kind of learn and expand in a different environment. But I think that for me as a mom, I'm looking for something a little, I don't know. So I guess my desires may be different though, but I'm looking for something that speaks to what are my kids really going to get out of it. So that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I think we can bring a little bit of the product up front, right? I thought the conversation was good. I thought, I thought the conversation was good. I thought it was very genuine, but I was missing the product. I don't know what you do.
Yeah. Well, I kind of stopped at. I was going to carry on.
Well, first of all, I know you're going to carry on, but that's part of the challenge. I don't want you to carry on, and so yeah, shorter, and it's okay to say what you actually do. Right? Yeah. I love that you're bringing life skills and all that together. That's great, but I would get to more of what you do there. Cool.
Okay. All right. I could actually.
Ooh, Rita.
I could actually point to my book.
Say what?
And say, well, I could actually point to my book and say, well, this is one of the areas I'm working in, bringing out the potential of children.
Well, I don't. Okay, first of all, I don't mind you bringing out your book. I think it might be a distraction to what you're actually selling. So we don't want to show a product, a shiny object. Your book in the background like that says credibility. That's what's there. If you're selling your books, show your book. You need to speak to what you're selling. Yeah. If it's your course, we talk about the course. And I do it by this. Right? Because you're bringing, life skills and into education, and you do it by this. That's great to go in. That's okay to go into that.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right.
All right. Rita!
Yeah, thank you very much.
Hi, how are you?
I'm really well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Welcome. Get up here. All right. So, you know the rules. I just put everybody on the calendar that I see fit, or don't see fit. Actually, I just do it. What do you do?
So you know how a lot of business owners, they go into business for the freedom. They want to make decisions about their time, and they want that freedom from that 9-to-5 job and be in charge. What I find is very often they get buried in the minutia of actually running the business, and they don't even get to do the thing that they love the most and that inspired them to start their business in the first place. So I teach them how and why to use a business system with automation to take some of that off their plate, off their shoulders, so they can focus on what's really important.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Now, this is her first time here. All right. She hasn't been with her all so weeks. So thank you for. Yeah. Thanks for you got to get that. Definitely. Oh, generally overall, I'll give you something better than that. I'll give you overall, that was awesome. Just for showing up, what you were doing.
Yeah. Thank you.
You gotta get it. So let's give her some feedback here. What was some positive triggers on that?
Getting caught up in the minutia, like you could relate to that, where you just get caught up. You're wanting to make an impact and everything, but you're just getting caught up in the minutia of all running a business.
Focusing on what made you want to start the business, that was good.
Paul, freedom? Paul liked the freedom. Christine liked the freedom.
It resonated because people are seeking it and not finding it, and you bring the solution.
it felt for me like you're giving people back the passion of their business, because for me, when you're speaking to that, you're like, okay, I'm going to take all the stuff you really hate doing off your plate so you can do what you love. So, and hi, Rena, it's great to see you.
So here's my feedback. All right. So, and I'm going to be soft because you haven't adapted the formula, which is okay. Tell me if I'm right on this, y'all. Y'all, get that y'all again. My wonderful friends here. She went into story mode, which was good. It was a good connection point. It felt real. That was, I think the delivery was amazing. Let me just say that. I think the delivery confidence amazing. That was great. But she wasn't telling me anything I didn't know. And so my feeling was, of course, yes, of course, rather than get down to, hey, this stuff is probably really bothering you. Is that just me?
I mean, I'm assuming that, what are you, a fractional CFO or something?
Well, I don't think
Me?
I was going to say,
I didn't really hear what you did. I just heard the problem you saw, but what exactly?
Okay.
What is your
It's
business?
automation, business systems automation. Take the tasks
Gotcha.
off your plate. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were a fractional CFO.
Well, thank you. but that's not good news.
So I again, but check what I'm saying. Did that pick up on the radar that she was telling you a story that it was kind of like, yes, we get that part, we're aware of that part. She was like kind of, am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong, because I don't see this resonating with y'all. So I'm gonna take that I might be wrong on that.
I like stories, so it caught me, but
it did.
Okay,
well, you're a publisher. Yeah, okay, but that's okay, and it did.
There was no punch. There was no punch to the story, right? It was just a story.
I have to say that I didn't understand what she was doing, although I didn't think she was a CFO. But that could be because of who I am. I didn't get that she wanted to do the automation stuff.
Yeah,
I didn't connect it with automation. The story was great. She hooked me. It was good. I needed to know what.
Okay, here's my problem. Okay, I'm going to step in because I know I'm right on this. The story. Okay, first of all, thank you very much, Barbara. The problem is this: you were telling me a long story of a scenario of a business owner, and I am a business owner. I know that story, right?
Yes.
So you were telling it to me like, when business owners do this, like you were educating me. You're coming from a point of education. That's how you're delivering it, like you're telling me something that I would not know, but I do know that, right? Rather, use the story as confirmation. That's different.
Okay.
Sometimes when you feel that you're bogged down with all these things, and you don't have the freedom. That's why you started it in the first place, right? See, that's now confirmation. Oh, now we're on the same side. Yes, I get you. You get me. Because when you state it as that fact, that you started a business to have the freedom, but you're not because you're busy. Well, duh, everybody can say yes to that. That's nothing powerful. But when you say it in a way that's confirmation, yes, I'm on your page. You're drawing me in with that. Yes, you get me. I relate to that. The automation, though, I also wanted to say this too. When I heard, and I'm like now confirming, okay, yes, I'm busy too. I show you how to automate. No, I can't learn another thing. That was a confliction to me. I was like,
I usually say put those things on autopilot so they run in the background.
Oh gosh, come on.
that's way better.
That is great.
Right.
As soon as you said automation, I'm like, I don't want to touch it. You just did kryptonite.
That's my buzzword. And it sounds like more work for you.
Yeah, exactly. Bill.
Is it proprietary software that you created, or is it like a packaged software, and is it custom to each person's business, or is it just like a turnkey thing where you plug this in, and how hard is it to learn it?
So I help you with whatever system you have. It's if you have HubSpot or Keep or Aweber or Constant Contact or whatever you're using.
Okay.
I help you use it, and I do recommend if you have one that's not good enough for what you need, then I recommend a better one.
Do you teach people how to use it too, or you just?
Yeah, and a lot of people, by the time I say this is how it works, they go, this is freaking awesome. I love this. I don't want to do this. You do it. So then they hire me, so I do it for them.
And this is all marketing software, or what?
It's a CRM, so it has your list in it, your email, emails going out, your calendar is in there. It's like all in one.
Gotcha.
Cool. Well, again, first time jumping in. Beautiful stuff. I hope you got some good feedback here that'll help you.
I did.
Awesome. All right. So let me roll the dice one last time. Who is going to be our lucky winner? And our lucky winner, let me see, is... Oh, amazing! Barbara! Come on up, Barbara. That's amazing. That is so good. That's so weird. So, Barbara, I'm just hanging out on Zoom, making sure I'm on people's calendar. In fact, I don't even ask you for your calendar anymore. I just find your calendar link, and I just put myself on there.
Somebody do that. That's not a good
I know. I just, well, hold on. Not to your. Well, what I've actually what I've actually had, and I've shown up for this because I was like, look, if you're got this much gumption, I'm gonna do it. But then I said, okay, this is stupid. I hate you guys. But what happens when people actually add you a Google Calendar? Is that what you're talking about? When someone just adds you a Google Calendar and it's a sales call, they didn't even ask your permission. They didn't even use your calendar. They just give you a Google Calendar invite to sell you. Oh, I've had that. I'm like, wow, I want to meet you. I want to meet you. All right.
Those challenge accepted.
So listen, I just, I don't know you. I just Googled you and I found your email and I just put my calendar on, so that's how I'm getting you on. So yeah. What do you do? I didn't even look at what you do, though.
Hi, RUKE. It's actually nice to meet you. I do things like help people feel confident with their money, breathe easier so they have less debt, and understand the numbers in their business so they can make those better decisions to grow their business. Why? What do you do?
Oh, random acts of networking. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how did she do? Yeah. What are you saying, Barbara? Why are you saying no?
I'm just laughing.
I like it, but I know what you do, and I know you do a whole lot more than that. So I would love to hear more about how you do the CFO services.
Okay. And it depends on the audience. It might be a first step in, right? Just to get them into understanding and feel comfortable and to go more. So then she can go after the conversation and I do it by this. And that is when you do that, that's a transition that you can go deeper, which is great. All right. What else? What was good triggers for that? All right, my thought. Oh, go ahead. Kathy B, we're going to say something? Well, you had the thumbs up, so I didn't know if you wanted. And you are mute. You don't have to say. Okay, just give me a thumbs up. All right, she's giving you the thumb. All right, so Barbara, when I was looking at this, not good trigger, but triggered me was breathe easier with less debt. It's the less debt that allows you to breathe easier. That's what stood out to me when you delivered it. I thought your delivery was real. Super approachable, super safe. And that's the biggest thing. You're dealing with a scary subject, and that came across like you are a person to talk to. That is not easy to do. That was remarkable. And I know that we've been working on that. Let's see how we can reverse the less debt so you can breathe easier. What do you do with that less debt?
Okay.
Manage the debt so you can breathe easier. Or whatever that is. You got to give me that word of the debt so you can breathe easier.
Yeah.
Cool?
Okay.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a fantastic week, a very powerful week. Thank you for playing along. You are my most favorite part of my Thursdays. That said, for the rest of you people, go ahead and give us a boink, boink, boink. Love that, subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. And
thanks for playing. Got something to say? Reach out at play@GameChangersTalkShow.com. What you've just heard are the opinions, ramblings, and maybe a dash of wisdom from our hosts and guests. Any resemblance to real persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental and frankly pretty impressive. Always remember, we might be entertaining, but we're not always right. Till next time, game on.